Emily from Australian Frugal Living here, back with another video for you all. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, to like, comment, subscribe, click the little notification bell to be notified when I post new videos, and I will catch you later in the video. Alright, so we're going to do some meal prep today. I'm going to prep this chicken that I got for $4.50 a kilo. This is a little 2-kilo bird almost, and I'm going to shred this up, make some stock out of the bones, and yeah, add that in. It can be wraps, it can be sandwiches, it can go into pastas and stir fries and fried rice. It's just super handy to have on hand, and when they're cheap, I like to grab them. I especially like the free-range macro ones at the moment, or if I manage to get to my local butcher, I can sometimes get 3 small chickens in a bag for $12. So yeah, whatever is handy. If I'm ever off screen, I'm washing my hands or doing something like that, I chopped all that out so it's not an hour-long video. But I do wash my hands and change cutting boards and clean the knives and stuff, so don't worry about that. I'm using roast chicken seasoning. It's so good. It's my favorite. It's also great for seasoning food. It's just got salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, I think there's a little turmeric in there, maybe a little curry powder. It's just good, so I used that. And then I decided while that was cooking to make some coriander rice, and I was going to add some chicken to that, but then I decided it tasted great without it and just kept the chicken for other things. So I diced up 2 onions, and I'm going to stir fry those off with the garlic. I should have added in the bacon then too to brown, but I forgot. This was just a throw it together meal for a couple of lunches for me this week and for the baby. So onion, garlic, bacon, and I'm going to add some chicken stock in. I'm going to add some rice in. I find some leftover rice from a challenge we did a little while ago in the cupboard because I'm completely out of my basmati rice. I'm just about to pick up a 5-kilo bag. I think I grabbed it the next day, but I wasn't going anywhere this day. So I diced up 3 zucchinis that I found in the fridge that I wanted to use up. I didn't need 3 zucchinis, but they got used up and they were good. And also quite a few cherry tomatoes. I cut them all in half so they went a bit further. They were really, really good though. So yeah, the baby really loved this. The kids actually ended up stealing one of my lunches that I put aside for the week and had that for afternoon tea one day. But yeah, this is some of the meal prep that I do 1 or 2 days a week. I'm throwing out these kitchen scraps because I have way too many in my garden at the moment, so otherwise I'd be putting them out there to be composting. And I sliced and diced up all my bacon. I found the rice. I'm going to show it to you. A few bits I had to cut out to make this shorter, like I said. I ended up only having about 1.5 cups of rice, but that's plenty. And I just cooked that straight in everything with the stock, like you would a risotto. But yeah, I really enjoy this way of cooking rice. I like the way it comes out. I like how it tastes, so that's what I do. I'm just checking to see exactly how much I got so I know how much water and stock I'm going to need later. Give me an idea. Now I've got all my stuff prepped. I'm heating the wok up. If you see me looking off the camera, it's because my TV is behind you, and that's why I'm doing the voiceover, because I am currently watching Alone. I think I'm on season 9, slowly watching through all of those. They're really, really good. And here's a better angle for you guys, and we're going to start cooking. We have our onion, we have our garlic, like I said. This is where I should have added the bacon, but I didn't, so it just ended up dropping it into the mix later, which is fine. It was fine. It just would have been extra flavorful if I'd have browned it off first. And then I'm going to crush in my stock cubes. I could add them and dissolve them to the water. I don't see the need. They're fine like this. I really like the 7S's stock cubes. The chicken is really, really good. It's a lot of flavor. It's gluten-free, salt-free, onion-free, all of these free, but it's so good and it tastes amazing. I also ended up adding in some more of that roast chicken seasoning later for more of a roast chicken flavor rather than just like a chicken flavor. So that was nice. And you can see in the background there, I'm using my hot water dispenser to get boiling hot water. So I'm adding boiling water to this and not just lukewarm water, which will bring the temperature down and cause the whole process to take longer. I'm using some white pepper here. I also add some salt, quite a fair bit because I'm making quite a fair bit of food. And also I'm adding quite a lot of water. That is some coriander, some ground coriander for the coriander flavor. Sometimes I use fresh, sometimes I use ground. It depends what I have on hand. There's the roast chicken seasoning going in now. And then I just mix all that through and let it cook down. And every time the stock or the water level, moisture level gets low, I add a little bit more of my hot water from my measuring cup on the hot water dispenser behind there. So you see it's getting nice and thick. I'm going to add some more water in, and then I'm going to add in some more of my ingredients. My vegetables are coming in a minute. Followed by the zucchini, and then I'm going to let that cook for a bit. I also ended up throwing in some frozen spinach, 95-cent Bell Farm spinach from Woolworths. It's great. I just figured my dish was already going to be green, and extra green's great, and I can always use some more iron in my diet. So I threw that in there as well. You'll see that in a little bit. I threw in the tomatoes and just let that finish cooking off until all the liquid was gone, and we are done. This was so good. I had this for lunch and then I let it cool down and I put it into containers in the fridge for lunches this week. This would also freeze really good, and if you skipped the bacon, this would be vegetarian and vegan because the chicken stock cubes are actually vegan. So yeah, if you love coriander, let me know below. Are you a coriander lover, or do you guys think it tastes like soap? Supposedly 20% of the population think it tastes like soap, so we'll see. There's my chicken all done, and once it cooled off, I shredded all of that chicken up. There it is. And there's the bones and the liquid, and that's going to be my stock. Alright guys, so next up I thought I would show you a broke meal. We keep a few things on hand for emergency meals that are quick, easy, or things that we would have if we had no money, things that you can just do when you're desperate, that actually taste good. This one is one my parents actually did years ago occasionally, and then I did when I could eat gluten and when my kids were young and things were really tight sometimes. It's just packet pasta like Continental or Remo, the value packs. You add a protein like chicken or bacon, add some vegetables to it, and you've got a meal. It's a proper meal rather than just a side. So follow along for that. Alright, so I only ended up using the 2 value packs of pasta. The chicken, I added some salt, pepper, and the green beans. But when I was grabbing stuff out, I was like, oh, we could throw in some bacon, we could throw in some garlic. But I just decided to go back to basics. What I know always works. I was tired, it was hot, I just wanted to get it done. You just cook the packets up to the instructions on the pack. It's usually a cup of milk, a cup of water, and a tablespoon of butter each. So 2 packets, double the recipe, roughly, but check what your packet says. And then you just drop in the chicken whenever you want. Mine's already cooked, not a problem. You can just dice up some chicken breast, or I like to use leftover roast chook, extra flavor, extra protein. Ended up being about 1.5 cups that I end up using for this. And then I dumped in way too many beans, 2 cups, and the kids absolutely adored this. Hubby had it, and he also took some for work the next day. So this did 2 kids, hubby twice, and the baby. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and drop below and tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see next.
I wanna wake up in the morning with